Wait, you dig on multiverses?
Okay, I want you to pretend this line is multiverses. Last year I talked about PlayStation All-Stars, a really shitty Smash clone that I still have a soft spot for.
This other one, it's okay, I guess.
I knew I was going to cover it at some point, and recently I felt the sense of urgency, like this game was doing so bad it would go the way of Concord and just be immediately pulled from existence, and yep, I was right. They announced it's shutting down in May, so fuck it, we're doing this now, I guess. I've dabbled with these platform fighters or Smash clones. Come on, it's not that demeaning to be called a Smash clone. They know what they are. They usually are pretty fun and actually have dedicated fan bases, but a lot of people put them down after a bit because, well, it's just not Smash Bros. I don't want to completely undermine their existence, but these crossover brand tie-in ones are so fucking funny.
Okay, princess. How about instead of cake, stuff my foot in your mouth?
There's 2 Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls and we just let it happen. What's so good about multiverses is that this is Warner Bros. Second try at a Smash clone. They already did this shit in 2011 with Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion, and it was a complete mess, but you know, it had a story mode, so it's already better than multiverses.
Kids next door! Kids next door!
This seemed like such a cool idea when it was revealed in 2021. Jesus, it's been flopping around trying to breathe for 3 goddamn years. It's gonna be a platform fighter with Batman, Shaggy, Steven Universe, and goddamn Bugs Bunny? And it's free to play? You can buy Bugs Bunny skins? They really started this off right, showing us really fun-looking gameplay, first demonstrating a focus on 2-on-2 team matches, then the big cinematic trailer with Shaggy Rogers voice acting.
What'd I do to you? Michael's secret lasagna.
With every character reveal, they mostly all had their current voice actors. Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, the only one who should play him. Fuck off, Scoob, piece of shit.
Whoa, man! It's Simon Cowell!
All-time Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy was here. Sadly, this would be also some of his last lines as Batman. Current Bugs Bunny voice actor Eric Bauza was in there, otherwise known as like every single Looney Tunes character. He's just every single one. Steven Universe voice actor didn't return. He got the fuck out of Dodge. The point is, it's really cool to actually have these characters interact. They even went out of their way to have a lot of character-specific interactions, which sometimes might get annoying, but it's just, okay, it's the thought that counts.
Hey, Doc, why so serious?
Batman is meeting Shaggy. This has never happened before. Oh, what the fuck? Character interactions are so underutilized in games like these. That's why Brawl is still my favorite Smash game, because Lucario is hanging out with Snake. It's badass. I don't care. Poor Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl got the short end of the stick. For a while, the characters were completely silent, and it just made everything feel empty and creepy. And when they did get voice acting, they accidentally included a line associated with My Life as a Teenage Robot porn. Uh-oh.
That wasn't so hot.
Multiverses basically came in swinging and immediately proved that this game would be quality, which is impressive because it's the first game by new studio Player First Games. First starting as an indie studio, it will later be acquired by Warner Bros. Games. Oh, it's done. It's over. The dream is dead. The first big red flag was the open beta. Not really the beta itself, but just the idea of starting as a beta. Why not just, you know, you finish the fucking game first? Why is the beta also monetized? I get the game is free and you need some money to model characters that won't ever be added to the game, but bro, it's a fucking beta. By definition, this is an unfinished product. Why do I have to grind for all this shit? It wasn't that bad this first time. I remember that this is actually the most I've played of the game. But the real problem was later on when they shut it all down for a whole year. Yeah, I bet the guy that spent $400 on Harley Quinn cosmetics felt really good about that one.
Seriously. The hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
Again, I like the central gameplay here and most of the characters, but also I had some other problems with the open beta version of the game. First off, stages. It's shit. I can't remember anything interesting about them. Oh, multiverses, you're no PlayStation All-Stars. Some of the characters are really good, specifically Bugs, Velma, and Tom and Jerry. Those were my go-to guys. I really like throwing around the big-ass vault as Bugs. It reminds me of Pac-Man's fire hydrant. Although it feels like he could be a little better, he's pretty basic. Velma has some cool gimmicks and the most annoying jab ever that just spawns a bunch of speech bubbles. I don't know why they made her moveset rely so heavily on speech bubbles. That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. Also, in the final version, they made her suck shit and removed most of her fun gimmicks. So yeah, thanks, Tony. And Tom and Jerry are Tom and Jerry. What do you want from me?
I'm Tom.
I'm Jerry.
Ugh. Oh, some of these other characters are fine, but I just didn't really plays them that much. Now, here's where the questions start rolling in. Dude, what the fuck? You know how Ridley wasn't added to Smash for so long because Sakurai thought he was too big? Well, Sakurai is rolling in his fucking grave right now because this guy's too big. This is ridiculous. They obviously shrunk him, but it wasn't enough. He just dominated in every match. He was so broken that at some point they just removed him from the fucking game. What is the obsession with Iron Giant anyway? I like the movie. It's an all-timer, but why is he in everything? He has a pretty major role in Ready Player One, you know, that fucking classic. They put him in the sadistic nightmare known as the Crowd in Space Jam 2, and now he's in this. Again, I like him, but I'm just confused how a soulless company like Warner Bros. Likes him so much. Taz. Come on, you could have had Daffy Duck all up in this bitch. We can all agree Shaggy has to be in the game, but did we really need the Ultra Instinct meme shit? They've referenced this meme so fucking much, almost as much as they like to reference Big Chungus.
Today, I'm going to buy Big Chungus from GameStop.
It doesn't bother me that much. I'm not going full angry reviewer about it. I mean, I am the same person that uploaded Shaggy Goes Sicko Mode 5 years ago, but still, I don't think it's the best representation of Shaggy, especially when they could have combined him with Scooby, and you know, now we have this game with no fucking Scooby-Doo. One of the biggest confusions was Rain Dog. Who in the Sam hell is Rain Dog? For some reason, Player First Games were gonna add a couple original characters to the game, which is a stupendously dumb idea. We got the entire Space Jam 2 crowd scene of characters to pick from, and you pick this? Literally anyone could be in this game with how much Warner Bros. Owned. You could add a motherfucking second Bugs Bunny and no one would have batted an eye. It's just wasting slots, and the funniest thing is that they didn't end up going with the rest of the original characters, so poor Rain Dog who's just left by himself being a complete outcast from the rest of the group because it just doesn't actually exist in anything else. Then there's the characters that are only in to advertise a new movie. Reminder, this is still the open beta. LeBron James. This is obviously supposed to be a tie-in for Space Jam 2 because why the fuck else would you put LeBron James in the game who isn't actually voiced by LeBron James, which might be a blessing in disguise.
Bugs Bunny knows who I am.
But the problem is he came roughly a year after the movie even came out. This had to be a horribly mismanaged like time thing. I do not believe they wanted to represent the movie Space Jam 2 in this game legitimately.
Oh, that was nice.
Ooh, posterized.
Posterized? Is this not real basketball?
Okay, but I actually really like playing as him. I hope they had the villain Algae Rhythm.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Surprisingly, I think this is actually one of the best ideas for a character they have had. I really like when the game starts and immediately just like throwing the ball at the other team. I don't know if they added the Gremlins to promote some fucking Gremlin show on HBO Max, but my main problem is just you don't need both. Just pick one to have in the game. I'm sorry, but I don't think Gremlins is iconic enough to have this many representatives. Black Adam is clearly a promotion for Black Adam. That went really well for them. Should've just went down the LeBron road and had The Rock as himself, but he's being played by Matthew Lillard. Shortly after the release of the last open beta character, Marvin the Martian, it was announced that the beta is over. Oh, so that means we're gonna get the final game. Again, people spent money on this, Tony. This might be one of the biggest mistakes of the entire game. It stopped all of that momentum they had going. It's like they just ripped the controller from your hands and went like, oh, nuh-uh, you gotta wait a year to play again, fucker. I really don't know what the strategy was here. Do you think people would be having multiversus withdrawals and fucking cream their pants when it came back online? Nobody really cared. I mean, there was a couple cool things outside of the game, like a fucking McDonald's kids meal puzzle and a comic book. Oh, that's neat. This guy wanted to fuck Bugs Bunny. But people also just kind of stopped giving a shit, especially when the problems lied way deeper than just the relaunch. Let's just compare the gameplay from the beta to the final release.
Sweet, bada.
Now, to many, it looks the same, but it's just so noticeably slower that it just offsets everything. This game was clearly made to be fast, so now attacks don't look right, and everything is all floaty. I seriously don't understand why they did this when you're catering to Smash fans. These fuckers modded the game to be faster because they thought it was too slow. They're smoking that Falco Lombardi shit. You don't want to mess with them. I personally love Brawl, and this just felt worse. There's so many other random things they just fucked up this time. There's shields now, but they're just a little too slow, and nobody uses them anyway. Oh look, there's a PvE mode called Rifts. I barely touched this, and after playing it for a little bit, I honestly still don't get what they're going for. I tried watching the official explanation video on the Multiversus channel, and that was a mistake.
Ready to go? Just one more second.
Oh my god.
Special delivery.
Oh my god, they're gonna do this in character.
It can all be broken down into a basic expression of cross-realm battles within an evolutionary
Interrupt me again, and I'll
Please,
blast
just
you to Neptune.
tell me what the fuck this
Marvin.
is.
Please don't start singing.
What? Why are they singing now? Why is this happening?
Stick with me and you'll be eating snacks with Scooby.
Oh, they didn't get the memo. Scooby's not in this game. They're never gonna add him. Rifts are kind of like Spirits and Ultimate, basically normal matches, but with some not so normal antics. What the? It is not very fun. I get it's supposed to be just some single player alternative, but it really doesn't have any good opportunities to show these characters' personalities, and everyone would rather play normal online matches and not this weird shit where you have to play as Batman, not take any damage, and you get like 2 multiverse coins or whatever the fuck. This is supposed to be an alternative to just spending money on cosmetics and characters, but Rifts are so annoying, and you get almost no rewards for completing them, leading to people just spending money because fuck this shit.
Take this shit no more, man.
And the money they did spend. I think skins in Fortnite are too overpriced, but at least they're really funny. In this game, the skins are like, okay, I guess. There's some good ones like Uber Jason and the classic Harley costume, but also, dude, it's 20 fucking bucks for this. Again, it's optional, so it's not that big of an issue, but the way you unlock characters is you either grind on Rifts or you pay $10 fucking each. In what world is Stripe $10? You only get like 3 characters for free that rotate over time, but they should have just made the beta characters free. This is not nearly enough. I would rather just pay 60 bucks for a full game so I can dick around with all of them. This free game microtransaction structure is so goddamn annoying, especially when you can only buy 950 coins when you need 1,000 to unlock a character. Fuck off with that. The characters are the coup de grace of the game though, so let's look at the new ones. As of writing, there's 10 new characters, which is a decent amount, honestly, but again, how many are you really gonna have the chance to play? I don't know.
We've got to have money.
They wasted a slot on Banana Guard, which seems to be a reworked assist trophy type thing. Ignoring how he actually plays, yeah, I don't know why they're just wasting character slots this early on. Jason is actually fucking awesome. He's the main reason people pick the game back up for like 2 seconds.
Oh, I turned into red. Jason, what did you do that for?
What the fuck?
Jason, what the heck? Alright, Jason. Do you want to switch the character?
Oh no. What the fuck?
I honestly really like how detached these characters are from each other, and Jason being literally the most iconic slasher villain, it's perfect to have him playable. They also made him shaped like Kingpin. I really love him. He has some references like this axe, the bed break, goddamn sleeping bag. This is probably the best character inclusion in the game. It's the only time a reveal has gotten close to feeling like a Smash reveal, mostly because Jason's rights and Friday the 13th in general has completely fucked copyright, so it is surprising they were actually allowed to use them. Joker is voiced by Mark Hamill again, and he got a nice little trailer. Cool. I don't know how Harley Quinn was in before him. Even worse, Black Adam was in before Joker. The fuck y'all doing over there? Agent Smith has some funny attacks. He reminds me of Nathan Drake in PlayStation All-Stars, where he just pulls out guns and starts shooting everyone. The next season introduced Samurai Jack. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not really that familiar, and this feels like kind of a random inclusion. I got nothing against them though. They could have added 2 Bugs Bunnies though. I'm so damn happy we have Beetlejuice. He's 100% here just because of Beetlejuice 2, but whatever, I don't care. I love Beetlejuice. The only problem I have is that I'm pretty sure Warner Bros. Stopped doing collabs with Fortnite to make this the exclusive Warner Bros. Game, I guess, and that probably led to no Beetlejuice skin in Fortnite. I don't think you'll realize how much I needed that. The next season introduced the Powerpuff Girls. Cool, I like them and all, but who the hell is Nubia? I don't need to hear from the 3 Nubia fans. Can we be real for a second and say that this is a wasted character slot? Genuinely, nobody knows who this is. Hold on, let me read up on this. Nubia was Wonder Woman's black twin sister, created from black clay, just as Diana was created from white clay. Okay. If we just had to have a Wonder Woman villain, where's Cheeto, bro? The only defense I could think of for Nubia was that she's a spear fighter, and that's famously a type of character that isn't in Smash Bros. But then I realized we just got Banana Guard. We already have a spear fighter. God damn it, Tony. Season 4 is the emo chick. Sure, why the hell not? I would rather have a character like Ice King than Marceline, but that doesn't really matter now, does it? And finally, Season 5 just introduced Aquaman and Lola Bunny. What a wet fart to end on, Lola fucking Bunny.
I use this Lola figure a lot.
If we already have Bugs and LeBron, you don't really need Lola. I would rather have Porky or Daffy, not Gooner Bunny. Bugs wasn't enough? I thought Bugs was the sexy one.
Ooh, feisty little thing.
I'm surprised and disappointed they went with the original Space Jam design. I don't know if they genuinely wanted to go for sex appeal. I know I sound like this guy saying that, but I have no idea why else they would spend the time adding specifically the shitty Space Jam one when the Looney Tunes show version is right there.
Stonehenge.
Especially when she has moves like kissing, ass slamming. What is this move? She's just showing her ass. What are you doing, Tony?
And even like people are gonna say like her jiggly things, I'm not gonna say it. You guys don't talk about her, one of her body parts.
Aquaman, whatever. At least that's better than Black Adam and Nubia. And I really appreciate how both of these characters are just completely free for right now. And they decided to make the gameplay faster too. Wow, guys, this would have been great 1 year ago.
That's what we've been waiting for! It's what we wanted all along!
And with that, the game is slated to officially end on May 30th. I'd like to act all sad, but I just don't really have it in me. I knew this would happen. The player count was stagnant at about 400 players at any given moment, which is not that much. In fact, they had to fatten it up with some clearly AI players in online matches that I'm still experiencing. Yeah, it sucks for the people that really stuck with the game and the development team because there really was something good here at its core, but also,
Wait, you dig on multiverses?
It's okay, it's fine.
It's okay.
But here's a more interesting question. Who can I blame for no reason? Oh, I can blame the player first game CEO? Tony, what the fuck? I thought I could trust you. I don't want to completely blame this random guy that I don't know, but from what I gather, the fandom is actually blaming him for the shutdown instead of the pretty obvious suspect Warner Bros. Themselves, who have not had the best track record with preserving their movies and video games.
Causing long-term mental and emotional damage to everyone you know.
But no, apparently according to some people that worked on the game or knew Tony, Warner Bros. Actually wanted to save the game, while Player First Games were throwing in the towel. Which honestly, I have a little bit of a hard time believing. I just know a lot more about how Warner Bros. Functions than how Tony over here functions. Multiple negative aspects about Tony were leaked, stuff about his ego and how he basically had all the say on who got in. Character inclusions like Nubia, Aquaman, and Lola were his idea. Although he did defend himself and claim Banana Guard took only a week to program and the development team were excited to do it. He didn't say much on Lola Bunny though. He was just doing that shit for himself.
I do this shit for the love of the game.
A different developer came to his defense, insulting the original developer that spoke up on Reddit. It's a whole thing and it's still kind of ongoing, so I don't really want to keep shit talking this team. The game is done. There's not much we can do now. I think most of this can just be credited to Tony being kind of dumb and thinking people wanted fucking Nubia in his video game. But I will never be convinced that Warner Bros. Had nothing to do with this. They at least had to have some input on some of the characters and the shitty in-game purchase stuff. It's a real shame for the characters that we know were planned and worked on but just didn't make it in time. Like Gandalf was leaked before the game got announced and he's still not in this shit. Apparently characters like Dexter, Emmett, and even Eleven from Stranger Things were planned but just never got put in. Sorry, Emmett fans. Honestly, I don't even know if it would even have that good of a chance to really take off anyway. The reboot of the game literally came from the dwindling players in the beta, and that beta was pretty good. The problem with a lot of these games that are extremely similar to a game that already exists is that people will check it out for like 3 seconds and then just go back to playing the game from 20 years ago. The only one I've seen recently that really escaped that fate was Marvel Rivals, which is just an Overwatch clone, but they did something called being better than Overwatch, which isn't actually that hard to do. Looking back, it was okay to pretty good. I had some fun with it, although most of that was with the beta. That's where the fucking, like what is it called? The fucking Pinocchio ice cream fucking thing, where it's like, why did you want it? You know what I'm talking about?
No ice cream?
No, what's it called? Pistachio ice cream.
No ice cream.
It is kind of funny now that I've played more of it for this video, and I do think it can be pretty fun. And there's a lot of potential that was just not utilized at all. A lot of factors went into its shutdown, and most of them rhymed with Bola Grunny. So here lies Multiversus, the smash killer that tried and tried and tried, but never quite could.
Wait, you dig on multiverses?
Not really.
Hey, I just want to say go check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel. I'm going to try to push that more. It has the secret Discord, videos early, video segments way earlier than when they'll actually come out, especially now since I'm making a lot of video segments for videos that won't come out in a while. And you know what? Just as a special treat, I'm going to flash some of the thumbnails that you will never... Whoa.
Let me touch your booty.
Why'd you do that fucking voice? Wait, I think she's free. I just got her. Wait, I'm stupid.
She's free. She's free.